May mga taong pinapasalamatan ang dating administrasyon sa war on drugs. Kini-question kami kung mas maganda ba na ang Pilipinas ay mahulog sa droga kaysa labanan ng droga. Sinabi namin, inulit-ulit namin dito, sinuportahan namin ang dating administrasyon sa war on drugs. Binanggit ko sa ating former president, ang hindi ko lang maintindihan kung bakit kinakailangang pumatay ng more than 30,000 people para mawala ang drugs. Ang question dito ito, nawala ba? Hindi nawala ang drugs. Ganun pa rin. Ang inaakala po namin dito, ay baka naman tinanggal natin ang kompetisyon para ang maiwan na lamang sa drug trade ay yung mga nasa kapangyarihan. Yun ang nais kong sabihin. Oho, ayaw po natin mahulog ang bansa sa droga. Ayaw po natin yan. Pero ayaw din natin na ang buong Pilipinas maging killing fields. Na pumatay tayo, na hindi sinusunod ang ating saligang batas. Dito po ay atin nang nakita. Nung tinanong namin, bakit binaril to? Bakit pinatay ito? Sapagkat order po ito ng aming nakakataas. Kahit po ba ang order na nakakataas ay hindi ayon sa saligang batas, susundin ng ating mga law enforcers? Ano po ang sagot ng ating mga ibang law enforcement officials? Hindi po. Dapat sundin ang saligang batas. Ang ating Senador Boto de la Rosa, nung tinanong siya, ayaw naman yung humarap sa amin. Pinapaharap namin para maging malinaw lahat ng bagay. Anong ginagawa niya? Nagpupunta sa media. Kung ano-anong pinagsasabi niya. Sinisipa niya ang mga kapulisan na alam nila ang batas. Hindi nila dapat sundin ang nakakataas sa kanila kung naniniwala sila na hindi ito ayon sa batas. Pero sinunod Di ba? Now, yet, kahit na po sa kanyang mga bagay, mga kababayan, I am not without hope. Mga kasama, the Quadcom was not convened to chase imaginary shadows. We are here because lives have been lost, because families have been torn apart, because organized crime operating under the guise of legal businesses has found protection in our own institutions, because a few law enforcers, hindi namin nila lahat, a few law enforcers have chosen to become instruments of terror instead of being ministers of justice. As I've said, hindi kami nawawala ng pag-asa dito. For history and experience tell us that there is always hope in the pursuit of righteousness. Hope that those who were once silent in the face of injustice will now have the courage to speak. Sinabi ko po yan sa Committee on Human Rights na huwag na kayong matakot sapagkat gumagawa na tayo ng paraan upang ma-address ang problemang ito. Pero nais kong sabihin sa ating mga kababayan, marami pa rin naging biktima ng pagpatay ay natatakot lumabas. Bakit natatakot? Yan po ba ang ibig sabihin ng leadership? Manakot tayo ng tao para sumunod sa atin? O maging halimbawa tayo ng tamang panunungkulan para ang tao at ang bayan ay sumunod sa atin? Hope that those complicit in wrongdoing will find the resolve to make things right. Hope that we, as lawmakers and public servants, will not allow fear or convenience to dictate the course of justice. To those who come before this committee, to those who still hesitate, to those who are reluctant and afraid to speak the truth, do that which is good. Not for us, not for politics, but for your countrymen who have suffered in silence. For the time for evasion has passed. The time for justice is now. Let these hearings be evidence of our commitment and proof of our resolve. We seek not vengeance, only truth. We wield this power not for personal gain, but for our people. And we will not stop until the evildoers who have plagued our country are unmasked, until justice is restored, and until righteousness prevails. Anuman ang pananakot na ginagawa sa amin. So may God guide us in the days ahead. Maraming salamat po at manigong bagong taon sa inyong lahat.
Thank you, Congressman Abante. The next to deliver his opening remarks is the Chair of the Committee on Public Accounts, Congressman Joseph Caraps Paduano. You are
Thank you,
recognized.
Mr. Chairman. Anyway, Mr. Chairman, as expected from this representation, talagang mahaba po yung opening remarks ulit ni Chairman Abante. But anyway, Mr. Chairman, if Andy started with regards to some issues that was already also raised against this representation and of course against this committee. But for the interest of time, Mr. Chairman, and for the expedient of discussing important matters in today's hearing, I'll just, if the chairman will allow, the lead chairman will allow, I'll just have my manifestation on the latter part of this hearing or the closing part of this hearing. Dahil after this, Mr. Chairman, may mga admin matters pa tayo na that has to be discussed. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thanks.
At kapag red lane ka, subject ka both to document inspection and to physical examination.
Yes po, Your Honor.
Okay.
Mr. Chair, gusto ko lang malaman kung sino yung naglagay ng mga ganung lane. Yung ba ay due course ng customs o sino ang naglagay nun? Yung red lane, green lane?
BOC na po makakasagot po niyan.
Ang BOC na makakugot nun.
Hindi ko po alam.
Okay, Commissioner Paildon, ano po yung sinasabi ni Mr. Taguban na red lane, green lane? Ano po yun?
Those classifications, hindi lang po yan peculiar sa Pilipinas. Annually, there's a annual Director General's Conference of all customs chiefs in the world. And these are the best practices that has been agreed upon to do. When I assume, matagal na po siya doon.
Ibig sabihin, you confirm na merong ganong classification.
Yes, sir, but I would like to disagree on some of the requirements stated by one of our speaker here that when you pay TARA, nasa green lane ka. I would like to disabuse that because there's stringent requirements before you go there. Most of these corporations that are there, these are international corporations who have proven their honesty in importing commodities. You cannot be importer today and be at the green lane tomorrow.
So, Commissioner Paildon, you affirm, you confirm that there is a TARA system.
Yes, Your Honor. I believe
There
in
is,
that.
oo.
Yes, Your Honor.
And you believe that to be legal.
Pakiuli, sir, di ko na kuha.
Do you believe that to be legal?
It's
The
criminal.
TARA system is legal.
It's criminal, Your Honor.
It is illegal.
Yes, Your Honor.
Illegal yan.
Yes, Your Honor.
But you know that there is.
Of course,
And
I
you
know,
did
Your
not
Honor.
do anything to stop it.
I did a lot, sir, Your Honor.
What did you do to stop the TARA system?
Ang una-una,
During
sir.
your time.
Yes, sir. In my small time there, a little over 1 year, in my first week of stint, I requested all the importers and brokers and appeal to them because I agree with your honors that this is since immemorial and we've been losing maybe trillions already because wala nagbabayad eh. Si Mr. Tagupa sinasabi niya gusto makabawas eh. Ang samang pakinggan eh. Kasi ginugulangan mo na kagad yung bansa eh. Gusto mong kumita, so bawasan mo na kagad yung tariff na babayaran mo. Talagang hindi pwede yan. So I appealed to them. Then after 2 months, unang meeting namin, these are thousands of brokers and importers. I appealed to them na maawa naman kayo sa bansa natin. Yung binabayad yung buwis, para sa atin yan. The second is dun sa trade center. I think more than 2,000 attended. Pero ganun pa rin, sir, eh. Talagang embedded. Marami talagang importers and brokers na gustong kumita. So, I started vetting kung sino itong mga airing. That's why we came up with that 4,000 na dinlist namin. Nagalit sila sa akin, of course, but lahat tayo, sir, naglilingkod sa bayan. Sinasabi nga niya, gusto makabawas. Yes, makabawas sila sa kanilang binabayaran, pero yung taong bayan yung nalulugi dyan. So, I think, as far as they are concerned, hindi nila ako nagusto kasi 4,000 nga tinanggal ko sa listahan nila eh. So those are the process na ginawa ko, Your Honor. Talaga pong...
Commissioner, ang sinabi ni Mark Taguba, gusto nilang makabawas, kaya sila yung nagpupunta roon sa classification ng lanes. Tama ba ako, Mr. Taguba?
Pwede ko po bang sagutin yung
So,
sinabi?
go ahead. Sige po. Sagutin niyo.
Yung sinasabing makabawas, unang-una, hindi namin gusto magtara. Yan naman hindi papansinin yung dokumento mo.
Pag-i-explain muna sa amin, ano ba yung TARA system para sa kaalaman ng taong bayan? Ano ba talaga ang TARA system sa Bureau of Customs? Lagay ba yan? O ano ba yan?
Lagay po, grease money po ito, tara.
O ibig sabihin, the TARA system is grease money. Nabanggit nga po ni Commissioner Paeldon, Mr. Chair, na ang TARA system is illegal, di ba? O, tama rin ang sinabi ni Mark Taguba na ito ay grease money o lagay. Ano?
Yes po.
Gaano kataas ang lagay sa isang TARA?
Maabot po ng 10,000 kung di po ako nagkakamali.
Per container?
Per container. Depende po sa opisina. Pero-
Anong gusto mong ipaliwanag kanina?
Gusto ko lang ipaliwanag na sinasabi niya na yung mga nagpaparating ng mga produkto nila gusto makabawas kaya nagtatara. Unang-una, hindi nila kailangan magbigay ng tara kung maayos yung BOC. Kung inaasikaso yung mga papel at hindi kailangan magbigay ng buwis para lang asikasuhin ka, walang magbibigay ng tara. So, sabi nga ni Jimmy Guban dito, time immemorial, nandiyan na yan. So, dapat ang ano dyan is yung tara, kung wala yan, yun yung pinaka-problema eh. Hindi kailangan ng mga nagpaparating ng mga produkto na may tara. Kaya sila nagtara kasi yung mga kakumpetensya nila, mas mababa yung binabayarang buwis. Paano ka makikipagkompetensya sa kanila kung mas mababa yung buwis nila?
O Commissioner Peldon, kanina nabanggit mo na nababawasan yung ibinibigay sa bayan, no? Itong tara, hindi naman sa bayan nabibigay ito sa bulsa eh. Di ba?
Yes, Your
Sa
Honor.
bulsa na ibibigay yan eh.
Yes,
So,
Your
paano
Honor.
mapapaliwanag mo sa amin ngayon na nababawasan yung ibinibigay na dapat na ibigay sa bayan natin?
Tama po kayo, sir. That's why yung first meeting ko sa kanila, this is exactly how I appealed to them. Kung meron kayong alam na airing BOC officer na tumatanggap ng tara, ay pwede nyo bang ireklamo, pumunta kayo sa opisina namin at ibigay nyo sa amin yung pangalan. Sir, after 6 months,
Wala bang sinabi sa iyo, meron ka pang salita, Commissioner, wala bang binanggit sa iyo mga pangalan ng panahon mo? Wala ba?
sir, nag-appeal ako for 6 months. Of the 12,000 importers and brokers, kahit
Wala.
isa sa kanila, walang nagsabi na mayroon tumatanggap ng tara. So that is our problem. No one is willing among them to complain kung sino yung taga-BOC na tumatanggap.
Ibig sabihin, natatakot po sila magsalita pag wala kayo natatanggap na report. Nakakapagtaka po naman, Commissioner Peldon, pakituruan niyo po ako ha, na hindi niyo po alam kung sino yan, samantalang kayo pong commissioner.
Your Honor, ang hirap pong mag-akusa ka na wala kang ebidensya. That's why sinasabi ko, tama po, I believe na may tara. That's why in my first 6 months, I appeal to them. Please go to our office and let us know kung sino po itong
meron
tumatanggap
bang
ng
salita?
tara.
Hindi talaga maalis ng korupsyon. Pag ganyan.
I would
Ngayon,
like to ask also,
sino po yung ating ano ngayon? Miss Commissioner La Peña, kayo po ngayon ng ano? Sino ang ating ano ngayon? Sino ang ating BOC ngayon?
Mr. Chair,
Sige po.
I just want
Yes.
to manifest that I am yielding whatever time is remaining for me to Chairman Abante as I need to move to my other committee for a hearing.
So you're yielding your time to...
Yes, Mr. Chair, and I am soliciting the
Because the,
permission of the chairman to leave this
because
committee
the
hearing.
interjection was so long. That's the reason why? Okay, thank you so much, Congresswoman Jinky Luistro. You can proceed.
Mr. Chair, that was not
Co-chair.
actually interjection. It was actually Commissioner
Mr. Chair,
Congressman Luistro
Mr. Chair.
has already
this one is very
Yes.
short, really. This one is very short, just to wind up.
Okay, Congresswoman Jinky Luistro, you are recognized.
About the manipulation of the yellow lane, the green lane, and the red lane. Yung sinasabi po ni Mark Taguba, gusto makabawas, gusto makatipid. That is in as far as the revenue generation perspective of the government is concerned. But I wish to invite the attention of the committee to a bigger perspective. Ang pinag-uusapan po natin dito is not only misdeclaration, but even non-declaration. Paano kung may magpasok ng bomba? Paano kung may magpasok ng mga firearms and ammunitions without the necessary declaration? And what if the consignee, the end user of this importation, are terrorist group? I hope we appreciate the possibility na baka hindi lang po income ng gobyerno ang nawawala. Baka hindi lamang po batas ang nava-violate. Mr. Chair, I lament that with that existing system as alleged by our resource persons, we are compromising already even the national security of our